Thoughts on this season so far? With one game left.
It's been tough. It's been a tough year. It has been a tough year. I think obviously we did very well last year, and probably had better expectations than what we've done this year. But saying that, it's the second year at this level, and we've probably learnt a lot more this year than we did last year, and understanding the level a little bit more. But it's been a tough year in terms of the squad. We sort of tried to keep it together last year and go with what we finished last year. We didn't want to make too many changes if we could help it. But we ended up starting the season, front three alone were missing. So it was tough from day one, and we knew it was going to be tough. Then the injuries on top of that. You got the little details, like you finished last season, key players, Jack Edwards, Max Dixon, Dan Hermas, Cole Patterson, Leighton McMenemy, they're big players for this club. None of them have managed 20 games this year. We've played 52 games, I don't think one of them's done 20 games. So when you've got core players like that missing through the year, it's always going to be difficult. And whilst you bring players in and try and add to it, you're not going to bring in the same quality of them players just like that. It takes time, particularly with the way we play. We try and play football all the time, and we've got a way of playing, and them lads have got a good understanding of what we are and the way we play. When you bring in new players in, it's difficult to integrate the same way, So it's been a really tough year, but so having said that, we look back at it now, played 52 games, I think we've lost 15 games all in. When you look at it that way, it's not that bad. Obviously we've had a lot of draws, a lot more draws than we'd like, and there was fine margins in them games, so I don't think we were a million miles away. Obviously we've got the cup final to look forward to. We had the FA Cup run, bringing Boston here. The FA Cup day with 700-800 crowd or whatever it was, that was a good day. So there's been a lot of good things. I think the big picture is we've been in this league for 2 years. It's been a good 2 years if you look at it as a whole. The club's moving forward, the development off the pitch, new turnstiles, new stands, new changing rooms, new toilets, cafe coming in the club. There's a lot going on here. It's a really progressive club. So all in all, to be honest, as disappointing as it's been in terms of the league position this year, overall, we're happy, I think.
Yeah, I think we coming in last season and finishing third. Nobody expected to finish third, did they? It was an incredible season, and realistically, I think we probably didn't think we'd finish third. So to where we finished this year, probably people look at it and think they haven't done so good. It's a tough league. Every game's a hard game. So I think we probably, if you look over the 2 years, I think we probably are where we'd want to be, aren't we? With obviously hopefully for a big push for next season.
Yeah. Just how sort of impactful have injuries been? Because obviously you mentioned the injuries before even the start of this season.
Massive. How many times did we feel the same side last season? Was it 20 odd games? I think the first 20 games we didn't change the team.
Yeah.
I think we've done it twice this season. Shifnal away and Hastings. And Highgate. The only time we've been able to
get to put the same 11. It has been. It's frustrating as well. Big players. Look, here's an example. We lost the two centre halves, and I remember you were at the game. We played Worcester City here. We lost both centre halves that we brought in for that game that day on the pitch. When do you ever lose two centre halves in a game? And that was just like it starts to knock the stuffing out of you. You're constantly trying to change. It's what I think we finished that game with two midfielders at centre half and a midfielder at left back. So it's been. Do you know what? It's a challenge. It's tough and it makes it difficult, but it's a challenge as well. You can't go sulking, and it is what it is. And everything has injuries. It's part and parcel. You've got to get on with it.
Plus side as well. We went to Racing Club Warwick and had 7 players under the age of 21 and beat them 4-0.
Yeah.
So it shows us exactly what we've got in our squad as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and the players that are out there, I think. We started bringing the academy lads into training, and we've been looking at that a lot more this year. You look at the young players this year, young Callum. Cam Dunn with injuries. That kid's been fantastic, Cam Dunn. But injury after injury, what a shame. But he's been fantastic. 18 years old, Callum 18, brilliant. Louis Burnside, what a player he's become, 19, and even we're talking about our most experienced players, your Joe Ainses of this world, they're 25, 26, so in terms of the age of the squad, whilst you're carrying injuries, them boys will come good again, you know what I mean, they're of an age where they can recover and will get better and stronger. Hopefully they're getting their injuries out of the way, and if they're injury free this year, they're in for a good year, no doubt about that. So Yeah, I agree. I think the flip side of it is it's meant that you've had to bring younger lad players in, and it's been great. They've enjoyed it, and they've sort of opened your eyes a little bit. I think that you haven't got to keep running around trying to find, ready-made players. They're knocking about.
Yeah. We don't get carried away, Sean. If we win or we lose, we're where we are. You know what I mean? We don't get too excited either way. We know it's a big job, isn't it? It's, for this club's where it's come from. It's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. For us two, it just makes us work harder.
Yeah. So do you both like the challenge then?
Well, obviously, yeah. We're very privileged, I think, to be in the surroundings like this, aren't we?
That's brilliant. It's a progressive club. The work that you see it yourself, the work that's going on here is incredible, and it's great to be a part of it. And enjoyable. You've got to enjoy it. It's football. It's our hobby. This is not a job. I know people say it's a job. It's not. It's a hobby. This is what we do this is our fun. But if you look over the season, I mean, the amount of times the travelling that we've done this year, some of these away midweek games, I mean, the amount of games, the cup runs we've had this year, we've been, the furthest places we could possibly go to, we've got. So, but then that's us sitting in the car for 3 hours at a time. Each away game for us, Whitchurch away, Shift, Null away, places like, we're in the car for 3 hours, travelling, talking football, So, it's enjoyable. You've got to enjoy it. You've got to make the most of it, and it's like I say, it's progressive here. So you're pushing all the time. You're not just standing still and happy. We're trying to push it, so it's good. It's enjoyable.
It's nice that we, the sides that we play, that we leave an impression in their minds. You know what I mean? What kind of team we actually are. It seems to be the fact that it means a lot to them when they come here and beat Little Lichfield City, doesn't it?
Yeah. And what do you think a cup final would do for the squad? And obviously winning the cup, what do you think that would do for the team?
The club to be in a cup final, I think, I don't know the last time they were in a cup final. I don't know if they've been in one. It's massive fun. It's massive for the club. It's great. We were unlucky last year. We lost on penalties in the semi-final, so it's nice to get there, and it's at Molineux, so it's a great night out for the club, isn't it? All the players, a good experience.
For the owners as well. For the work they put in, to see how excited they are to get to a final, to be played at Wolves as well. That makes it more worthwhile, I think, doesn't it? Yeah. To see their faces.
Bit of a reward, isn't it?
Give them something back for what they've done.
Yeah.
And for the lads as well. They've never stopped working all season. You've seen massive numbers for training. They've not bothered to train. They've all been here and worked hard. So now they've got a chance to put a bit of silverware on the side, haven't they?
Yeah. And just finally, what is the aim for next season? Is it just more about progression on off the pitch?
Push on, keep pushing on. You have to aim high. You can't. It's easy to say we're happy. We want to push on. We want to get as high as we can. There are playoffs involved next year. I think there's 18 teams in the league. I think all 18 teams will be pushing for that. We've got to make sure we're competing with them. Yeah. Be competitive. Have to be competitive.
It'd be nice to get our coach Jack here a few more times for training, hasn't it?
Yeah, there's been a lot of improvements off the pitch. Obviously, Jack coming in this year has been absolutely brilliant. Can't believe he's missing the cup final, Sean. Very disappointing, but
it's what it is. You know what I mean?
Little details like that are massive. He's been brilliant for us. He's doing a great job coaching wise. Glenn's on board, helping out with the coaching. He's been brilliant. And it's building on and off the pitch. Hopefully we can keep pushing it forward with these type of people, and we know it's a hard job. It really is time consuming, and without the help of all these guys, you're going nowhere. So there's a real team effort here. Everybody's pushing the right way, and that would be the thing to sum it up. We want to push on.
It's really important. Ivor always says, turn up with a smile on your face and enjoy what you do.
Yeah.
And even though it's probably not been as what we expected this season, everybody's still enjoying the football. You can see it out there again tonight. That's never really changed all season. Obviously they've been a bit down on a few results because they've not done themselves justice, you'd have to say. But on the other side, we'd have to probably say, if we're being honest, that we've probably made a few mistakes ourselves along the way this season as well. So you've got to look at it as a whole, not just as individual players. Look at everything and make it better.
Yeah. But the big thing, it's a tough league. A great league. I really enjoy it, honest. You hear a lot of people talking about the different leagues in the country, and we want to get in this league, we want to get in that league, this is easy, that I don't want it. I want the tougher the better. I think it's a great league, really tough league. Every single game, if you're not prepared and ready, you're going to get beat. That for me is that's what you want. You want that challenge every week, and that I really enjoy that. And particularly for the younger players. Great experience for them, and hopefully some of them lads can kick on from that. But yeah, it's a good, tough league.